Hi, this is Marta from SEGA, and you're listening to the SEGA Lounge.
Welcome to the SEGA Lounge, a podcast dedicated to our love for all things SEGA, be it the games, the music, or the community. I'm KC. In each episode, I'll be talking to different guests and sharing their projects and their passion for SEGA. Welcome to the SEGA Lounge episode 125. I'm so glad to have you here. Come on in and have a seat. I hope all you beautiful people have been doing well and hopefully enjoying the Sonic Amateur Games Expo festivities still going on at the time I'm recording this. I received some very positive feedback from last week's episode, which is nice, and Sage itself is a massive thing this year. I've also used my personal Twitch channel, twitch.tv/KC_radioman, to stream some of the amazing indie games that are available to play at the event. And some of them were truly amazing little gems. I definitely recommend you check out as many games as you can and share some feedback with the developers. I'll also leave links for the VODs of the two streams I did in the show notes if you feel like watching them. And now, on to this week's show. My guest this week is a fellow Portuguese who's been working at SEGA of Europe for 6 years now and is currently a senior designer. She is also a Twitch streamer in her spare time and a very entertaining one at that. You can find her channel at twitch.tv/thisismarta with 3 A's. We talk about her gaming experience, how she got a job making pretty pictures for the interwebs, and a stupidly hard SEGA Lounge challenge gives Marta a run for her money. Or is it the other way around? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Marta Camilo. Hello Marta, welcome to the SEGA Lounge.
Hello, it's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, great to have you. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. So let's start by learning a little bit more about you. So would you like to tell us a little bit of your background, for example, as a gamer? How did you get into video games, into playing video games, first of all?
Oh, wow. I have an older brother, and growing up, he was the one that kind of influenced me into getting into video games. And then funny enough, I got him into video games later on. Which is interesting. But so he used to have a Spectrum, and that was my first venture into video games. I remember him trying to boot it up and waiting for a game to start for half an hour, go play outside, and then come back, and then hopefully the game would get started. And that was my first venture into video games, I'd say. But I really got started. So I had a few friends that had the Master System, and I used to go to their house all the time to play games, just because I loved it so much. That's when I first played Sonic the Hedgehog, for example, was at their house. And I begged my parents to give me a Master System as well. I was like, please, 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 can I get a Master System so I can play, so I can have my own console as well, because the Spectrum belonged to my brother. And funny enough, my parents were so cool that they went to the store, and apparently someone told them that the latest was the Mega Drive, and they're like, "Well, we wanna buy the latest one, not an older one." So they bought me a Mega Drive when I was maybe 6 or 7. It came with Sonic and Knuckles, and I'd say that was the start of a beautiful relationship with SEGA ever since.
Amazing. And that's a decent parenting right there. Amazing parenting even, yeah.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, they were great.
Awesome. So your first game on a SEGA console, at least that you owned, was Sonic and Knuckles?
Yeah, it was Sonic and Knuckles. That's why. So when people ask me what's my favorite Sonic game, I always go for Sonic and Knuckles, just because out of nostalgia, that's the one I remember playing the most. That's the one I remember being mine. I still own it. I still have the cartridge. I sometimes show it on stream as well. Just go, look, guys, look at what I still have. But yeah, that's the one I would say that I attach like most nostalgia towards.
Awesome. And so, not asking for your favorite Sonic game, what's your favorite Sega game?
Ooh. So anyone that knows me will know that I'll say that all Sega games are perfect, no exception. However, I would say if I had to pick one and only one till the end of days, it would be Streets of Rage 2, hands down.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a very quick answer there.
Yeah,
People usually are like, oh, it's very hard to choose, and I can only like tell you a top 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
But you were very quick to answer that, so that's great.
Yeah, it's I guess because I played it so much, and my parents were fantastic and they tried to give me as many games as they could. However, money was still limited, and one of the games that I was incredibly attached to was Streets of Rage 2, because again, I used to play Streets of Rage 1 a lot at a friend's house, and then my parents bought me Streets of Rage 2 because it was the latest one. I used to just ask for the game, and they'll be like, "We're getting you the latest thing." So I'll agree. Excellent parenting. I never thought of it that way before, but I thought it was great. And maybe I was too young to be playing Streets of Rage 2, but details. I still think about that. And
different times.
Different times, exactly. Yeah. And it was just great. I have so many good memories of playing it, not only with my brother, because we used to play that game often. It was one of those games, like if you have any siblings, you know how quickly relationships can be tore apart by playing games. So being a co-op game, it helped a lot. And I used to play with a few of my friends as well. So it brings so many good memories. And it's a game that I can play. I've played so many times without getting bored that it's an easy answer as to my favorite Sega game. But I do have loads of favorite Sega games. But if I was going to have to go with one, that's definitely Streets of Rage 2.
Awesome. And so, as the years gone by, did you play other Sega consoles? Did you venture into other video game consoles or PC or whatever?
Yes. Yeah, I did indeed. I did almost skip the PlayStation generation, but not quite, because it got to a point that sadly I wasn't able to afford the consoles that I wanted to play, and I didn't have access to a lot of the games, so I didn't experience much of the Saturn myself. But I was lucky that so many of my friends had a PlayStation or a Saturn that I got to play quite a few of them. Same with the Nintendo 64. I never owned one, but I was very lucky to have friends that were willing to allow me to play some of their games. So I almost skipped a full generation. I went straight into the PlayStation 2, and that's where I went from that point on. But yeah, I've played. People always assume that I only play Sega games, but yeah, I have played. I've of course played a lot more. But Sega definitely has a special place in my heart, not only from where I started as a gamer, but as well today, of course.
Obviously, yeah. I was like you. I actually skipped that generation entirely, the PlayStation and Saturn, for the same reasons.
Yeah.
I could not afford the console, the systems at the time, and I skipped that generation entirely. I've been rediscovering or discovering for the first time some of those franchises. In recent years. So yeah, I can relate.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like I've definitely discovered a lot of franchises later on, even in once I got a PS2, and then I started to find out other games I never got to play, or that I never got to experience as much as I would have liked. So yeah, it's fantastic to revisit older games for sure.
Awesome. And so you're now working at SEGA of Europe, right? Was that something that you planned, getting into the video game industry at some point, or was it something that happened because it happened?
Yeah, I like to call it a happy accident. Growing up, I never thought video games were even an option. I grew up in Portugal, and
Yay.
yeah. And at the time, I just was not aware of what my career options were. I just didn't know exactly what I could do. You know, in my head, I thought, oh, I could be a lawyer, work in some sort of admin, be a doctor, and work in the shop, and that's it. Those are the jobs you can work. And yeah, so I wasn't aware that a career in video games was even a possibility. It was just like in the back of my head, it was just like this crazy dream that would never really happen. So becoming a designer, I'm a graphic designer by trade. I just thought that was a better option to try and achieve my dreams of working in the creative environment and in an entertainment environment. And with Sega, what happened was that I was actually looking for a job at the time, and I was going through quite a few job roles, and a job for a web designer role popped up for Sega, and I thought, oh, I could apply for this. This is a thing I could do. You know, I looked through and I thought, I'm sure this happens to so many people, but I was looking at it and I was thinking, they're never gonna get back to me. No way I'm gonna be able to work at Sega. That's crazy. That's not gonna happen. But you know, at the end of the day, after just looking at it and thinking about it for so long and talking myself down for a whole day, I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna apply. And I applied for the job thinking I would never hear back. And I didn't hear back for maybe a couple of months. But then I did hear back, and I went in for a few interviews, and then I got the role. So that's why I usually call it a happy accident, because it was, even though people that know me as a kid, I used to be obsessed with video games. And when I say that, I say I used to be obsessed with the history of video games. I used to know the history of consoles as a kid. Today, I don't know as much anymore. But back then, I used to be able to tell you what was the first console and what were first games that were considered video games. And Sega was such a big part of that because of just my history as a gamer, having the Mega Drive and being a big fan of Sega games as a whole. And I even remember in school, I used to write about video games. I wanted to talk about video games in history class. So it was a big deal. So when people found out that I work at Sega today, they're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That seems like the type of thing you do. But yeah, it feels like, all the dots just connected. Yeah. I was at the right place at the right time. And, hopefully I like to think that preparation met opportunity, and and everything unfolded from there.
Awesome. That's great. That's great to know. Yeah. So, by the way, if you were saying that you're a designer by trade, right?
Yeah.
And apparently, I do my research, and I talked to your mom, and she said you make pretty pictures for the interwebs. No, I didn't. That's something on your LinkedIn page.
Yeah, that's true. My mom, to this day, I don't think she fully understands what I do for a living. So yeah.
So how would you explain? Because you use a lot of different, different descriptions for your work right now. Digital design, UI, UX, design systems, motion, CRM. If you could sum that up into what's your typical work day right now? Well, not really right now, because we're in a different situation with the COVID thing, but usually what's your day like? What do you do?
Oh, it's very tricky, because basically, all the things that you just mentioned, they're all things I do on a daily basis. So I work in a very small team. There's only 4 of us. If I'm going to describe myself, my official title is I'm a senior designer. But I'm a jack of all trades. And because I work on such a small team, we do have to adapt to doing all sorts of different things. In my particular case, I work on the publishing side of Sega. So I do, you'll see a lot of the websites that we work on, a lot of the CRM communications. So in this case, newsletters. I will have my hands on quite a few of those. It's like maybe one good example I could give, like the design for sonicthehedgehog.com. That is my work. Same with the Dawn of War website. So these are all Sega titles that I've worked on previously. And we also have a community newsletter that goes out almost every month with just like the latest Sega news about all of the Sega titles, and that is something that I work on as well. On a daily basis, it will really depend, because the design is what everyone sees, and then there's the background work of everything. Design essentially is problem solving, and I'm very fortunate to work in a company that has so many brands under its umbrella. So in the case of Sega, we have companies like Creative Assembly, Relic, Amplitude, Sports Interactive, 2 Point Studios, and they're all very different. They're all very different brands with very specific identities. So a big part of my role is to do research. I have to do a lot of research. I have to look into other websites, what other industries are doing, what I don't like to use the word competitors, but what our competitors are doing, what our colleagues in the industry, our enemies. not quite, because because we are on the publishing side, we do work with a lot of different studios as well, a lot of different publishers as well. So I do have to do a lot of research. I have to look into how UI UX is performing on other studios or other companies. And when I say UI UX, I mean user interface and user experience, which are two different things, but they are very, very important in web design. I need to make sure that the websites are going to perform towards what the goal is. Sometimes the goal is just to sell a game, and then I need to make sure that the website works with e-commerce in mind. But other times it's a promotion. It's a promotional piece. We just want to sometimes cause a little bit of hype, make sure that people get excited about like a future title. And there's the pretty pictures on the interwebs, like my mom would say, are just a small slice of it. And then there's a lot in the background that I have to go, okay, where I do these things quite naturally. So it's difficult sometimes to explain. But if I have to step back and peel out the layers, I have to structure it. Okay, where's the button going to go? Where's this image going to go? Does it make sense to have another button at the bottom of the website? And the same goes for newsletters. So yeah,
there's a whole lot of planning involved as well, right?
Oh yeah, a lot of planning involved, a lot of talking to people. I'm involved in a lot of meetings because I do believe, and I think anyone that works in design will agree with this, like being part of being a good designer is asking the right questions. And a lot of times people can get a little bit confused by that, because if you know what you're doing, you shouldn't need to ask any questions at all. And I'm always of the opinion that no. Someone that is good at what they're doing, they're going to ask you all the questions they need, all the right questions to make sure they get the answers to achieve what you need. Because a lot of times, so in my case, if I'm going to say I'm the design expert and I'm working with someone that needs my design expertise, they're not familiar with design. I am. So I need to ask them the questions to make sure they give me the answers that apply to what they need, even though they may not be fully aware of that. So it's a beautiful partnership that we have to get going. And the more questions I ask, the more answers I get, and that forms the full picture of what I need to do. Like I said initially, design is a lot of problem solving, and that's a lot of my day to day.
Great, thank you for that. I hope people enjoy learning a little bit more about what you do at Sega.
Yeah, I hope
How
so too. I usually think it's quite boring.
I don't think so. I think it's interesting. I think people are, especially Sega fans, and hopefully younger Sega fans are listening to this as well.
Hmm.
And maybe people who would like to one day try and make their way into the video game industry, maybe even work for Sega. Maybe they are interested in knowing what kind of traits and what kind of
Oh,
expertise are
yeah.
necessary for that.
Oh, yeah, yeah, absolutely. And that's something I'm really passionate about because a lot of times people will ask me, oh, do you have to be a developer to work in the video game industry? Like,
Hmm.
absolutely not. That is not something that you need to do at all. Now, of course, if you want to be a developer, yes, 100% get in there. It's an industry like any other industry. It's going to be tough to get in. Nothing is easy in life. That's what I usually say. It's like nothing comes to you easy. So you're going to have to work as hard in this industry as you'd have to work on another industry. But you can have both things. So I love design and I love video games. I get to do both. And even though I entered the industry as a designer, as just a web designer, I have been lucky to work on some of the UI for our games. So I've been involved in the development because of that. So the doors that can open for you are massive. It's just all you have to do is just it's allow yourself to get in, get in there, be ready for an adventure. Don't expect anything, but work hard, and that's absolutely the best way to think about it.
Great advice. Thank you, Marta. Very good. So you just described a typical, or several typical days at Sega, but after your work day is done, you still have work to do, right? Because you're a Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
So, and you've been part of the Sega of Europe's streams. You have your own Twitch channel. How did that come to be? Firstly, your own channel. Let's talk about yourself first.
Oh, my own channel. Yeah, my own channel is actually fairly new. I only started streaming on my channel. I would say in March. But properly, consistently having a schedule and being what I like to call a consistent streamer, maybe only a couple of months. So it's very new. And it feels very new. The whole, even though I have been streaming with the Sega channel for a lot longer, everything still feels like a brand new adventure. But I have been loving it. I have been absolutely loving it, and it couldn't have been a better time with everything that's going on with the world right now. Couldn't have decided on a better time to jump into the world of streaming, and fingers crossed, hope for the best.
Yeah. No, but you I know what you mean. It's good because you actually bring joy to other people, though. So that's something nice, and it's a very troubling time all around the world. So it's good that people can find some happiness and some joy watching or listening to other people who are actually having fun. Like at least I think you're having fun. It seems like you're having a lot of fun streaming. So
Definitely, and I can only hope so. I can only hope that if at least if only one person gets at least some sort of joy, or their day gets a little bit better by watching one of my streams, not only is that incredibly humbling, but that makes it all worth it. That's one of the reasons that I keep going with what I'm doing, even though my channel is very small and it's just a very small little, it's a little dot in the grand scheme of the wonders of Twitch.
Okay. And you got involved with the Sega of Europe community streams, right? How did that come to be as well? You're not a part of the community team?
No, I'm not. Yeah, no, I'm not part of the community team, and it does happen that people think that I'm part of the community team exactly because of that. Because people have started to know me on the Sega streams, which is it's crazy to me. But how I started, so at Sega, it's like Sega is one of those companies that is incredibly welcoming for anyone from any department to get involved in anything. And that's one of the things I love about the company. So I've been with Sega for over 6 years. And That's always what I've experienced. Like I said before, I've worked on the UI of some games exactly because that's the type of company that we work in. And I was very lucky that the community manager for Sega, so Ibs, he once said, "Oh, we're doing a virtua racing stream. I heard you like virtua racing," and I was like, "Do I like virtua racing? It's one of my favorite Sega games. Probably the second one to Streets of Rage 2. It's the type of game that I played in arcades and I played at home. I still have the game. I still have the cartridge. And as soon as he mentioned that to me, I was like, oh my God, yes, I want to be involved. Please let me play virtua racing. Yeah. And so we didn't even have, because now we have a streaming studio back in the office, but back then it was just one of our office spaces. We turned into a makeshift streaming room. And we had like 8 of us because we wanted to show off the gameplay for virtua racing on the Switch, which you can have 8 people playing locally, which is insane. It's magical, really. And I was having so much fun with that. But I remember being incredibly nervous. I was like, oh my God, people are watching me online. This is a bit too much. But I had loads of fun. And then occasionally, because again, it's like it's part of the office culture, and also it's like I would give props to Ibs for doing this. So he, again, being the community manager, he likes to get people involved as much as he can. So he would ask me often, "We're doing the stream. Would you like to join?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course. I'd like to join. This sounds like fun." And it went from occasionally going, "Hey, are you available to do this stream?" to, "Oh, we're doing the stream at this time." And so it went from
be there.
Basically, it went from oh, can you make this, to we're expecting you to. We expect you to be there. And it became one of the things that I looked forward to the most in my day, even though it's not part of my role, of my job description, I would say. I still consider it as part of my job, because at the end of the day, I do work for Sega and I do represent the company regardless of what I'm doing. And the fact that I remember, I think one of the days where we were playing Streets of Rage 2, funny enough. We do play that a lot because I asked to play it a lot on streams. I remember that one day I was playing, and I was in the studio with some of the guys just playing the game, and we were streaming, and then I came to the realization, oh my God, not only do I work where I work, I'm playing one of my childhood favorite games on the Sega stream. It's like I had to pinch myself a few times to go, this is crazy, this is insane, this is not happening, this is so I still fangirl sometimes, in the shadows. Nobody sees it, but I still do it. And that's kind of how it came across. Of course, now that we are living in different times, we are all still working from home. And the Sega streams had to adapt as well. And I was one of the people going, "Hey, are we going to try streaming from home? Hey, are we going to do this?" Because I missed it. And the people that I stream with, not only they're my colleagues, but they're not people I work with on a daily basis. Maybe with the slight exception of Ibs, because again, we work on the community newsletter together. But a few of the people that are involved in these streams, they're from different departments, so I don't get to maybe talk to them as much as I would like. So we became almost like a tiny family. So once we started working from home, I was the one going, "Hey, maybe there's a way that we can do this." And again, massive praise to Ibs. He was the one that found a way that we could do it. And then we started streaming from home, and I've been annoying everyone with my face ever since.
I don't see anyone, bothering or complaining about that, but okay. I think people are enjoying it very much.
People, we are very, very lucky, and this could come across as pandering, but we have a fantastic community. And I remember being so scared because, again, the internet is a scary place.
It is.
And
yes.
And people can be really mean, but I genuinely can say that we've been very lucky because our community has been incredible. I mean, the Sega community has been around for a long time, even before any of us were born. And to this day still remains one of the kindest, sweetest, welcoming communities I ever, stumbled into. So really lucky for people to be so welcoming to our streams and being welcoming to me again, who's not someone that that works in community or PR, but everyone is just so nice, so friendly. And I haven't encountered anything yet that made me go, oh, maybe, oh no, I don't wanna do this. And even when there is a slight situation here and there that could make me consider it, it's like I wouldn't give it up for a second. It's just I'm addicted now.
Yeah. Awesome. That's great. That's great that you're feeling like that. Okay, Marta, we have a couple of traditions here on the SEGA Lounge. One of them is a little thing I like to call quick shots.
Ooh, okay.
And unfortunately, it's not alcohol. I'm sorry. No, it's just like a quick fire round. So I have some phrases, some words here. And what I wanted to do is to tell me the first thing that pops into your head when you hear these.
Okay.
Are you up for it?
Yeah, I'll do my best. Promise
Okay.
nothing, but I'll do my best.
These are not hard, I think. So it's time for quick shots with Marta. Marta, number 1, video games.
Oh, okay, that's an easy one, Sega.
Okay. Funny you should say that, because number 2, Sega.
Oh my goodness. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, makes sense. Next one. Okay, get ready. Majima.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Yakuza Love.
Oh my goodness would be an acceptable answer as well.
Oh my goodness would also be a very good answer, not gonna lie. First thing that came to mind, oh my goodness, Majima.
Amazing. Twitch.
Oh, fun.
Okay. Almost over. Portugal.
Oh, love.
Nice. And the last one. Marta.
Oh man, silly. That's probably the first thing. Very silly.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. I'm very silly myself, so yeah. Awesome.
Nothing wrong with being silly.
No. On the contrary. Very good. So those were the quick shots for you, Marta. Thank you very much. Those were some great answers. But as I said, there are a couple of traditions here.
Oh, okay.
And we are going to take a quick break to hear from our sponsor, Nestle. No, not really. One day. Still waiting.
You never know.
Still waiting on those free after eights. But we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I have a surprise for you.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Don't say that yet. Wait. Tired of listening to the same music on the radio over and over again? Wouldn't it be great if you could have a station that played your favorite Sega music and remixes 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? Luckily, there's Radio Sega, an online radio station dedicated to the best in Sega and Atlas music. And you can request your favorites at any time. Plus, Radio Sega has live shows including a first-hand preview of the SEGA Lounge. You can find the full schedule of shows and listen to the station by going to radiosega.net. Radio Sega, playing the best Sega music 24/7. Welcome back, Marta.
Good to be back.
Really? Are you sure?
Well, I'm not sure, because if there's a surprise coming, I'm not sure how I deal with surprises. So,
So Marta, when we have someone on the SEGA Lounge, when we open the doors of the SEGA Lounge for our guests, we also expect them to go through what we call the SEGA Lounge Challenge.
Now that you know our guests, it's time to put them to the test. It's the moment we've waited for, and the moment they dread.
Welcome to your doom.
I mean, Welcome to the SEGA Lounge Challenge.
Oh no.
Oh no, indeed. What is the SEGA Lounge Challenge? Well, it can be anything I want. For the past few episodes, I've been doing something that is, I think, how can I put this? Evil, I think. Very, very evil.
It's, you're totally selling this for me, by the way.
I can hear it in your voice. You're like grinning. You know, you're really having like big grin on your face. You're so exciting. Yeah, you're really excited for this. But what I mean by evil is this challenge puts your your general Sega knowledge to the test.
I knew this was coming. I knew this was somehow.
but there's a twist because there's always something musical in here as well. Because, you know, the Sega Lounge is part of Radio Sega, so we have to put some music here.
I'm so gonna fail this.
I don't know. So this is how it works. You can get, if you get all the answers correctly, and if you always choose the hard questions, you can get the maximum amount of 20 points out of this challenge. My challenge for you, though, is can you get 10 points? At least 10 points.
If I get one, I'll be lucky. That's how I see it.
If you get 10, I think it's easy to get 10, I think.
Yeah,
so,
you say that. I want to keep your expectations really low because not only I'm terrible, but also I know that if I am a bit nervous, which usually I am when I'm doing anything like this, I like everything just goes like I've done quizzes like this and I forget stuff at the time. So yeah.
Don't be nervous, Marta. It's only your reputation that's at stake
it's only
here.
It's fine. I'm a terrible Sega employee. Big Daddy Blue, please don't fire me. Okay.
So let's start with a Sega question. So Sega question means trivia question. You can choose from an easy question for 1 point or a hard question for 2 points.
I'm gonna ask an easy question. I'm gonna go with an easy question.
That's probably very smart. 1 point is better than no points at all.
Exactly.
So, and yeah.
I should have picked a hard one. Because if I don't know it, at least I have an excuse.
This first one is really, really easy. So I think you're fine. Easy question. Question number 1 for Marta. What milestone anniversary did Sega celebrate this year with a campaign titled Go Sega?
60th anniversary.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I like that. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you are. Of course, 1 point. Very good.
That's the thing. People go, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "No." and I'm working. I'm working Sega.
At least 50% of the challenge is, keeping up with my questions and my are you sure and stuff like that. So
because that gets to me. Oh no, am I sure? I'm not.
Good. Okay, number two is a question to test or a challenge to test your musical knowledge of Sega games. So what I have here is something that I think will be very easy for you, but it's a song. It's a 10-second long clip of a song, of a Sega song. If you guess the game, sorry, this is from, you get 1 point. If you guess the track or stage or something that can, tell me that you know what it is, you get 2 points. Okay. So are you ready for this first one?
No, I'm not ready, but here we go. Yeah. Oh my god. I'm scared of answering.
So 1 point for the game, 2 points if you guess the track or stage or whatever.
Oh my god. This is not easy. This sounds like at least 5 games. Oh no, I'm in trouble.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am. It's definitely not Sonic. Is it Sonic?
Is it?
Is it?
I don't know.
It's... Oh, man.
Would you like me to play it again?
I don't think that's going to help me. I don't think it's going to help me. I've already embarrassed myself, so it's too late. I definitely know it, but I just... Oh, my goodness. Why do I always do this? You know, I'll go with Sonic. I won't specify which one from... I would say Sonic from Game Gear, but that's me.
So if you had to pick a game, a specific game, which one would it be?
Maybe Sonic the Hedgehog on Game Gear. That's definitely not Sonic on the Master System or the Mega Drive. So yeah. It could not be Sonic. It's probably not Sonic. So
your answer is Sonic on the Game Gear. Sonic 1? Yes? Okay. Any stage that you would like to guess? Or?
No. I won't go that far.
Okay. So your answer is unfortunately incorrect. It is incorrect, but it is Sonic.
It is Sonic.
It is Sonic. It's Sonic 3 on the Mega Drive. This is Marble Garden Zone Act 1.
So
actually,
Sonic and Knuckles is the one that I played the most. Sonic 3 is the one I played the least.
Ah.
So yeah, that explains it.
That explains it.
Because I thought I didn't play the one on the Game Gear either, so I thought it's either... Yeah, that sounded too good for the Game Gear, now that I think of it. Yeah.
No biggie. 1 point still.
But 1 point.
So
it's okay.
1 point
okay.
still. So okay. Let's see if we can get those 10 points. So you said you would get 1. You already got 1. So cool.
Okay.
Question number 3. Sega question. Oh, 1 point. You would get 1 point for the exact game, not the series. So no points for that question.
The exact game.
Yeah,
okay.
The exact game. You had to guess the game. I'm sorry. Yeah, so 1 point. Still 1 point. Let's keep going, though. Number 3, Sega question again. Easy or hard? 1 point for easy, 2 points for hard. So
I'll go easy again.
Easy again.
Yeah.
That's probably your best bet.
The better choice.
Yeah. So easy question. Let's go with this one. Upon starting a game of Space Harrier, what words are you greeted with? So when you start a game of Space Harrier,
get ready.
So you think when you start a new game of Space Harrier, the words you hear are get ready.
It's get ready to start. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So I will give you the point. The complete answer would be welcome to the fantasy zone.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay.
Get ready. But you were so, into that get ready thing that I will give you the point. I will give you the point. Good.
But you're right. I don't deserve that point.
I will give you the point, though. I will give you the point, though. That's good. So,
because
2 points.
That's all I hear, because I've played so much Space Harrier in Yakuza 0.
Yes.
Literally every time it's just get ready. Get ready. So yeah.
But okay. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Number 4. It's a different kind of challenge. Guess the track from lyrics. So what I have here are the lyrics to a song. And again, 1 point for the game, 2 points if you guess both game and track. Or 1 point for the game, 1 point for the track, right? So if you guess can just tell me what the track is, I will give you that point. So I will read. I will not sing. That would be very cruel. So I will read.
That's disappointing.
No. That's not disappointing. If I sang, that would be disappointing. So let's take a listen to this beautiful poem. Another day is like a new beginning. And so today I know that it's a new start. I know the bad times are disappearing. 'Cause now I know that we'll never be apart. You're the one that makes me feel so high, just like the diamonds in the sky. I never want to hear you say goodbye, 'cause you're my diamond in the sky. That's it. Any clues? Any idea?
I'm just thinking of games that have lyrics that I definitely haven't fully paid attention to. Can you say it again?
Yes,
I would
love to say it again.
all the things again.
Yes, another day is like a new beginning. And so today I know that it's a new start. I know the bad times are disappearing. 'Cause now I know that we'll never be apart. You're the one that makes me feel so high, just like the diamonds in the sky. I never want to hear you say goodbye, 'cause you're my diamond in the sky. Beautiful.
That is beautiful.
So one point for the game, 1 point for the track. So if you somehow think you know what the track is.
Diamond in the Sky?
So that's the game or?
The track.
The track. So you would say it would be called Diamond in the Sky. Any guesses for the game?
Oh, I might be completely wrong. This is difficult.
Good.
Good. Even though I picked the easy one. I'm gonna say Sonic R? Is it Sonic R?
Marta.
Is it
So
Sonic R?
your answer is Sonic R.
Yeah?
Diamond in the Sky for the track.
Yeah.
So I can tell you that you got at least 1 point out of that.
Oh, which one?
The game is indeed Sonic R.
Is it?
The track.
Because if it's not Can You Feel the Sunshine, then...
The track is Diamond in the Sky, so 2 points for you. Very good. Well
my god, I
done.
can't believe I actually got that.
Yes, good job. That's it.
I was
Diamond in
gonna-
the Sky.
I was going to panic and say Nights at first. And I was like, wait a second.
I was going with the Night's track, but it would be too easy because, you know, it would only be probably Dreams, and people
Yeah.
know that. So, yeah. Sonic R, Diamond in the Sky, that was the correct answer. So 2 points. That means 4 points.
Okay, that's already a lot better than I ever expected. So
Right?
I'm okay with this. I'm okay. I could
Awesome.
fail all of them now.
Amazing. Amazing. But no, they are very easy from now on. Or maybe not.
Maybe not.
So number 5 is, again, a Sega question. So
You're definitely very good at making me feel uneasy as to what's coming up. So good job.
so Sega question, easy or hard, Marta? You're nailing this, so.
I'm gonna go easy. I'm gonna stick with the winning formula so far.
You're smarter than most people.
Do people go with hard usually?
Usually, yeah.
Usually.
They think, oh, I failed at the song, so I need to go with the hard question to make up
The
for it.
easy wins.
Yeah.
Work smart, not hard. Let's
Exactly,
go.
exactly. Okay, so let's go with an easy question.
Ooh,
In Streets of Rage 3,
Oh, 3, okay.
okay, in Streets of Rage 3, you fight and can even unlock a kangaroo.
Yeah.
What is the kangaroo's name in Western versions of the game?
It's Rue. His
So,
name's Rue.
In
That's the name I know.
in Western versions of the game, its name is Roo. So Roo the kangaroo. Is that it?
Yes.
Yes, of course. 1 point. Very good.
Why are you making me feel so uneasy about things I 100% know? Even
good
though
job. Good job.
Streets of Rage 3 is the one I've played the least. So as soon as you said Streets of Rage 3, I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I think and that's the same for everyone. It's the one that I played the least as well. So good, 5 points, halfway there. Very good job. Very good job. It's time for another song. Okay, so another song. So again, 1 point for the game, 1 point for the track.
Oh, okay.
Ready? No?
Yeah, I guess.
Let's take a listen.
強い女のふり切なさの夜風浴びる
So that's Yakuza. Do I have to say the specific one?
Yep.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's why it's tricky.
That's definitely not. That's not Yakuza 0. Because here's the fun fact: even though I love Yakuza, I've only played 0 and Kiwami and Yakuza 2 originally on the PS2. So, I
actually know that. So
you know that. So maybe that's the trick.
So maybe I'm a bastard and
I
threw in some from the other games, or either I'm a very nice person, which I'm usually not.
No, but that does not sound like the one from Yakuza 0 for sure, because that's the one I've beaten to death. And I don't think it's Kiwami either. I'm gonna...
So remember, 1 point for the track, 1 point for the game, so...
Yeah, so it's Bakamitai, and the game, I'm gonna guess Yakuza 3. Only because it's the one based in Okinawa. And it sounds like Kiryu could be playing this guitar. Oh, it could be Yakuza 6 as well. Oh, no.
It could be all of the Yakuzas.
It could be all of them. I mean, to be honest, the song is pretty much in all of them. But you asked for a specific one. Do I have to give a specific Yakuza?
I'm not sure if this helps. I think, I'm not really sure, but I think the first game in which this song appeared was 5. The original 5. I'm not really sure, but I think so. Then there were other versions in other games.
Yeah, there are plenty of versions.
I know people are now, people who are listening to this are like, no, that's not true. You're right.
It could be.
I could be
they're
wrong.
Probably like, you work at SEGA and you haven't played all of Yakuza. You are a fraud. It's like, and you don't know these things. You should know these things. Give the job to me. Well, it's Bakamitai.
Okay.
Now,
so 1 point. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Correct. Very
that
good.
one you can't put any doubt in my mind.
No. I knew that.
I'm gonna say 6, A Song of Life. I'm gonna go with that. You know, it's just.
Okay.
I know it's Yakuza, but hey, yeah.
Okay, and I will put you out of your misery by telling you that it's not the correct answer.
Oh.
Unfortunately, this is the version that is a little bit different from the one that
2.
It's from Kiwami. Yeah,
It's from Kiwami?
Kiwami, yes. So you probably you're used to this one.
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm used
Right.
to. Yeah.
A little bit more jazzy with more instruments as well.
Yeah, I sing.
The one that I exactly. The one that I played is this one. A little bit different. It's a Bakamitai Melancholy.
This isn't Kiwami.
It is.
Dang it.
It is.
No,
Okay.
that beginning, I was, okay, I'm a failure. I'm sorry, Yakuza family, forgive me. I'm not worthy.
That said, you already got 6 points. Sorry, you already got 6 points. So that's amazing. 6 points.
6 points.
You only need 4 more. So you're I think it's an easy job from now on. Or is it?
Or is it? Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Question number 7 is indeed a Sega question. Okay. So easy or hard?
Easy.
Once again, easy. Okay.
Gonna go easy.
Let's go with this one. Where does the story of Sonic CD take place? Easy.
Oh, that is not an easy one. What
where?
do you mean?
Where? So Sonic, the whole game, where does it take place? I said the story, but where does it take place? Where? I can't really be more specific than this.
Can you?
I will be. In what planet does it take place? This is a very big hint. Yes. Listeners, I know.
It feels.
Why? Why did you say that? That's giving away the answer.
I feel like I'm being tricked.
You're not.
I feel like I'm being. There's a trick, and I know if any of my colleagues listen to this, they'll be like, "What are you doing, Marta? How do you not know this?"
Sonic CD takes place in a different planet to the other classic Sonic games.
I've only played Sonic CD recently as well.
Have you completed the game?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
At the end, the ending.
I was
movie,
too happy.
The animation.
I was
very
too
nice
happy
animation.
to even.
There's a planet that's chained to Sonic's planet, Sonic's world, and that's where it takes place.
Little Planet, which is probably wrong, but I'm gonna go with that.
Your answer is Little Planet. So
Little Planet.
So nothing more original than just the size of the planet.
Yeah.
Is it a little planet?
I don't know. The thing is, I don't have a better answer, so I might as well just stick with the landing.
And that is correct. Well done. It is. Good job.
How is that? Oh my goodness! Because I played it recently.
Oh, sorry.
And that's okay. So I'm sorry if it's like I promise I'm not trying to kill you. Because I remember it being mentioned, but I was like, surely it's not Little Planet. But you know what? Stick with it.
It is. Yes. So all of Sonic CD takes place in Little Planet. Yes.
Wow.
Okay. Well done. So seven, right? Am I correct? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6,
you know
7.
What? It's way beyond what I ever expected, so I'm okay with this until the next question comes up.
We have three questions to go.
Ooh,
so
okay.
you only need 3 points. So let's see what happens.
No pressure. Okay.
The thing is, the next one, number 8, is the last song we have for you to guess, but we're entering hard mode.
Oh no.
Because the song is in reverse.
What?
Indeed. So let's take a listen to a 10-second long clip in reverse. Oh my god. This is glorious, by the way.
This is glorious. Can I listen to that again?
Yeah.
Or does hard mode not allow it?
Hard mode includes listening to this, 10 times over if you want, because this is awesome.
This is pretty cool.
Sega's first game in Russian.
Yeah. I have no idea, but I am guessing it's a Yakuza song as well.
Why?
because it kind of sounds like Majima, even though I'm probably wrong. Maybe I just want it to be Majima.
Don't we all want
Yeah,
everyone to be Majima?
We want everyone
And
to be
everything
Majima.
to be Majima.
Everything. We just want a little of Goro Goro in our lives always.
So
it's
mm,
I'm
1 point for the song, 1 point for the game. So
even though it's supposed to be a hard one, I don't think it is, but I can't think of another. Oh wait. Can I listen to it one more time? Just one.
sure, I love this. So yeah. This is amazing.
It's so good. For anyone's listening, you're welcome. You got to listen to that 3 times.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go with Judgment from Yakuza 0. That's what I'm gonna go with.
That is pretty specific.
Yeah.
But you need it to be specific if you wanted to get some points.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm gonna go with. I'm probably wrong, but
okay, Marta.
At first I thought it would be 24 Hour Cinderella, but
Could be.
it could be
So you went from Majima to Kiryu.
to Kiryu. I'm sorry, Majima.
Traitor.
Yeah.
I will tell you that this is indeed a Yakuza song.
Ooh, okay.
It is. It is indeed a Kiryu song.
It is a Kiryu song, but it's not Judgment.
It is indeed from Yakuza 0, so 1 point. The song, however, is Judgment. Very good. 2 points. Well done. Well done.
Almost.
Very good. Very good. And to celebrate,
That was
yes,
great. That was great.
that is amazing. Yeah. Oh,
That
by the
is
way,
great.
I was supposed actually to do this instead. The correct version of the song.
What tune?
Yeah. So this was the correct version.
Yeah, 'cause at first I was genuinely okay. It must be Majima because I just wanted it to be Majima, and then I was like, no, wait a second, because that ending bit does not sound right. So yeah.
Have you
There we
played Yakuza Dead Souls? You haven't.
Not yet, not
okay.
yet, but
You
it's
need to.
in the plans. I am in a very fortunate position where I have a lot of Yakuza ahead of me, until Yakuza Like a Dragon comes out later this year. So
Okay.
I'm
So
excited for that.
there's a version of Get to the Top
Yeah.
by Majima that
Yes.
is pretty amazing. There. Okay.
I look forward to encountering that.
Yes. Okay. So only 1 point left. Actually, 2 questions, but you just need 1 point. So, SEGA question: easy or hard?
I'm gonna go easy. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna stick with easy.
And you should. So
I should.
easy question. Let's go with this one. What is the name of Sega's portable system that allowed you to play Genesis games in handheld mode? This is the name of Sega's portable system that allowed you to play Genesis games. Answering your question, Genesis games in handheld mode.
In handheld mode.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is a trick question.
It is not. The reason I said Genesis games is because it was not released in Europe. So,
Oh, was it
by the way, am
was
I
it
helping?
Was it Nomad?
As in no mad?
Nomad. Genesis Nomad.
The Genesis Nomad. That's a good name for a handheld console. Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I think so. You're so good at making me doubt everything.
No, not really. Good, because that is the correct answer. Well done. 10 points.
Because I got
Yay.
confused. Why are you saying Genesis to me?
Yeah, I wasn't supposed to clarify, but I thought maybe this is tricky, this is confusing. So yeah, Genesis game, because it wasn't released in Europe, so we didn't have the Domat here.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have known that if it wasn't for me working at Sega. I wouldn't, because I had never encountered it before.
Okay, so that is it. So are you ready for number 10? Without any pressure whatsoever now, because you already have 10 points. So congratulations in advance.
I guess so.
Number 10 is a Sega question, but it's, again, hard mode. So you don't get to pick between an easy or a hard question. So good for you for getting the 10 points before you got to this last one.
No pressure at all.
Let's go with a hard question. How familiar are you with Shenmue?
Not that super familiar, because I've played Shenmue many years ago. And it has been a long time, and there's a lot that I don't remember. So I haven't played 2. Okay. I've only played 1. So I believe I'm about to embarrass myself. I'm sorry, Shenmue fans. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
So you have played 2, you haven't played 1?
No, I've played 1. I've played 1. I haven't played 2. But it has been a long time.
That makes more sense.
I haven't replayed it in a long time.
So, in the original Shenmue, how much money did Ine-san leave out for Ryo each day?
Oh my god, that is very specific.
But it was each day, so every single day you would get like a little notification on screen with the amount of money that you got from Ine-san. Ine-san will be worried that you don't remember, Marta.
Oh my god.
She will be so disappointed. Every single day, she left out money for you, and you don't remember.
I know. Ine-san, gomenasai. Oh my god, that is so specific. I'm gonna say base. Okay. 5,000 is too much. 50 is too little.
Random fact, each capsule toy was 100 yen.
Yeah, each capsule toy is... Yeah. Why wasn't that the question?
That was too easy.
I'm gonna go 500. I'm gonna say 500.
Your answer for this question, in the original Shenmue, how much money did Ine-san leave out for Ryo each day? Your answer is 500 yen.
Yeah, because it's every day.
Every day.
And I remember 5 in there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you just said it has to be enough for the capsule toys.
For all the capsule toys, yeah.
I'm gonna go 500. I'm gonna say 500.
Marta, your answer is...
Oh, drum roll.
Absolutely correct. Well done.
Oh my God. Still
and
got
that
it.
means you get 12 points.
Yes.
You said you would only get 1. You tricked me.
I feel like you've tricked me.
No,
oh man,
congratulations. That's good to know. I think this is a little bit too evil, even for my standards. But it's been so much fun for the past few weeks to do this.
That was fun, particularly because we sometimes do a music quiz on the Sega streams, and a lot of times we go, oh yes, this one, oh yes, that song, and we think about it. Would we really know this if we weren't involved? Yeah, probably not. Who cares? Let's go.
It's the same for me. I wouldn't guess the tracks, I think, if I were to be guessing. So yeah, but well done, and that means you get the official SEGA Lounge seal of approval.
Oh, hell yeah.
That is indeed a thing, and I will send it to you after we're done here. So.
Yeah, I'm sure it's very real, and I look forward to it in the mail very soon.
Not in the mail, but I will send it on Twitter, actually. It is real.
It is real.
people mock me when I say it's a real thing. It is a real thing. So you will eat those words after the interview is over. Okay.
Lovely.
Marta, thank you very much for being such a good sport. Before we go, so what can people expect from you in the future? Your Twitch streams, your participation in Sega's Twitch streams. What can you tell us?
I mean, I don't know exactly what I'm allowed to say. I would definitely say that people should definitely tune into the Sega Twitch channel, because it is we have a lot of exciting things this year. I mean, it is our 60th this year, even though you tried to trick me there, it wasn't. And our streams are just, I'm biased, but I find them incredibly fun and exciting, and it's a great opportunity to engage with people that work at Sega. So I think people should expect even more engagement, more streams for sure, on the Sega channel. On my channel specifically, I hope to keep going. I'm hopeful that one day I'll become a real streamer, and I'll keep doing what I'm doing and play more games. I do play a lot of Sega games, but I'm learning a lot still. It's still a brand new adventure to me. So I'm hopeful that there will be some positive improvements, some more games, some more fun, and I really like interacting with chat as well. So I hope people get to come on down and say hello and talk to me. Hopefully.
Awesome, very good. So we will leave the links for the stream, for your Twitch channel, for Sega's Twitch channel as well on the show notes of the podcast. How can people find you on socials, by the way?
For me, so I am This is Marta on Twitch. If people want to find me on Twitch, that's with 3 A's. This is Marta altogether. On Twitter, it is MUNI, so MYUNIE. I was a big fan of Final Fantasy X. If anyone's wondering why. So at MyUni, and it's the same on Instagram if anyone's interested in that as well. It's MyUni as well.
Awesome. So we'll leave those links in the description as well.
Lovely.
One final question that I always ask my guests. Are you familiar with blast processing? So let me explain. In the US, Sega used blast processing. They said that the Sega Genesis had blast processing. So it was a marketing gimmick that they used to sell it as more powerful than the competition. Okay, it wasn't really a real thing, but blast processing. So let's say you could add blast processing to anything in the world. What would you add it to, and why?
Anything in the world.
Anything in the world.
Doesn't have to be gaming specific.
Whatever you want. It's your blast processing. So you can give it to
That is a very good
whoever
question. And I really like that question as well. I would add blast processing to people's empathy. That's almost like an easy answer. If I could do that.
It is needed. Yes. Yes. Very good.
That's probably what we do.
That's a good answer. Very good answer. Very good. Marta, thank you very much for coming on the Sega Lounge.
It was my pleasure. Thank you so much for
I hope you had fun. It was really fun to have you. And hopefully,
it was a great time.
Yeah, hopefully you can come back in the future and we can have another go at this challenge. Maybe make it even a little bit more harder than this one.
Absolutely. Next time I'll study and everything.
Nothing but hard questions.
Nothing but hard questions. All of them.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you. You too.
A big thank you to Marta for coming on the Sega Lounge. Be sure to check out her Twitch channel and, as she would say, tickle that follow button. She is indeed a very nice person and a very entertaining streamer, and she's currently playing through the Yakuza series, so if you're into that, go show her some love. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the SEGA Lounge, and if you did, please consider subscribing to the SEGA Lounge podcast. We're all about fun chats with Sega-loving people. If you're into that sort of thing, subscribe using your podcast service of choice, because we really are everywhere. If you have any suggestions or comments, you can email me, podcast@thesegalounge.com, or go to our website, thesegalounge.com, and leave me a voicemail, and I'll give it my full attention. Again, thank you very much for being here. Please come back next week for more fun times, and take care of yourselves and stay safe. Bye-bye! The SEGA Lounge, hosted by me, KC, and part of Radio Sega's network of live shows and podcasts. Theme song and incidental music by OSC. Find them at opussciencecollective.bandcamp.com. Got any suggestions? Drop me an email to podcast@thesegalounge.com. Follow us on Twitter @thesegalounge and like us at facebook.com/thesegalounge. You can find previous episodes of the show by going to thesegalounge.com and wherever fine podcasts are downloaded.